What are you doing? It's 4 in the morning. I'll be putting this video out before morning. I'll be live tonight at 9 p.m. Hope to see you there. 9 p.m. Hope to see you there. God bless. This video is about the Abraham Lincoln, the 13th to the 14th. Why I've always thought it was Abraham Lincoln, and the ritual I've talked about before. The Abraham Lincoln, I'm not just getting on the bandwagon now. I've talked about this before, and I'm going to go over it. And the ritual that I talked about and why I think it will be the 13th or the 14th. Now, if the mosque gets taken out, there's an event, and the mosque is getting taken out, the Dome of the Rock gets taken out on the 13th, they're going to have a reaction. Just like Pearl Harbor. There's a reaction, there's an action, and a reaction. If the Quids Day, they take out the mosque and the Dome of the Rock, they level it, there would be a reaction. And Iran's not giving up. So, use missiles with warheads. This is just recently. Now, here's the thing. Football, as you can see, people said football. Aircraft carrier, I have always said it was Abraham Lincoln. I'm not getting on the bandwagon now, and I'll show you everything. I did show this before, but the dates line up now, and I'm going to go over it. Now, this was Trump. This was a ritual. I watched it. This was on the third day of Passover. They were in the East Room. The East Room is where Abraham Lincoln rested. His body rested in the Abraham Lincoln, or in the East Room. It was on the third day of Passover, first fruits. April 15th was the third day of Passover when they did this. Sacrifice, third day of Passover. Jesus rose on the third day. It was a ritual. I watched it. Cain was there. And also, too, they could have had this outside. The day that they did this, it was inside. They usually have these events outside. But they were inside. It was cloudy, but it was not bad. The day before, they were in the garden. So, this was a ritual. April 15th is when they were there. April 15th, as you can see, they say in this article, 1-3. They have it right there. Including a 10-3 record victories over the rivals. 13. The game was also played on December 13. 13 again. As you can see, it was the third day of Passover in 2025. First fruits is the third day. The record. April 15th is when they were at the White House. The East Room, that's where it was at. After his assassination, President Abraham Lincoln was the third president to be mourned in the East Room. 3 again. Ritual. 3 again. He attended the Army game, as I said. He attended the game, and it was played on the 13th of December. Saturday, the 13th. Again, 13. Now, I had a video about this. I'm going to go over it because I'm having the dates. The Chargers went to the bolts, the lightning bolts, the Chargers. I made a video about this. This was in July 22nd, 2025. As you can see right there. And I thought this was weird. I talked about it. Very strange. The Chargers went to Abraham Lincoln when it was docked in San Diego, as you can see right there. It was docked, and the Chargers were there, and I said it's going to be deployed pretty soon. And I was waiting because I was always thinking it was going to be the Abraham Lincoln, just for the reasons why I just showed you. And on July 22nd, and I also thought this was also weird. As you can see, on July 22nd, Jim Harbaugh, took his football team to the Abraham Lincoln, and they were on the deck. Which I thought this was very strange because he met with President Trump a few days before. Here's the video. As you can see, on July 18th, this was published. I don't really know what date, but it was before this, just before. He went to the White House and met with the president, and then he goes to the Abraham Lincoln. Very strange. I thought it was very strange. Here it is right here. They're on the deck of the Abraham Lincoln, the soldiers with the Chargers. And I did make a video about this. I thought it was very strange.
Like this, I only see these on documentary. Real feeling. I never thought I'd be on like a ship like this. I only see these on documentaries.
Everyone had a ball on the USS Abraham Lincoln Tuesday. It's a nuclear-powered vessel known for its role in supporting various operations, including support for Operation Enduring Freedom.
So, Jim Harbaugh went to the White House just before that, and then a few days later, he went to the Abraham Lincoln, which I thought that was very strange. Now let's go over the dates. From the date that the Navy, they met at the White House, which was on April 15th, 2025. That's when they were at the White House, right here. He met them. Where Abraham Lincoln was arrested. He was the third president. From that date, (3333), and from the date that the Chargers were there, which was this date right here, 7/22. It's July 22nd, 7/22. Is 235. 235 in Strong's is to disappear. As you can see, to go away. And it also talks about vessels. So, talks about water to go away. So, we will see. Trump is going to, so that's why I always thought it was Abraham Lincoln. It's not something I just got on the bandwagon now. I was always watching when it was in port and when it was leave. And I didn't even know now that the Fords there, which most people know, Abraham Lincoln was died at the Ford Theater. It could be all three of the ships. Could be all three of them. Could be just one of them. Could be two of them. It says fortress taken away. So we'll see what happens. Trump, I'm also looking for something to happen to Trump. As you can see, he's visiting. This is 3/11. He's going to be in Cincinnati and he's going to be in Kentucky. So we'll see what happens. I expect him to be gone too very shortly. The dead man switch, this could all happen. They could blame it on Iran. As I have talked about before, Trump said, gave to Cain, told Cain, the armed forces general, if anything happens to him, he's supposed to level Iran. And at this rate here, Cain was speaking. Cain speaked at this event. So the dead man switch. Also too, this was sent to me by Lisa. Trump posted this on Truth Social. I don't know if you know this, but Lisa sent me this. Thank you very much.
And going into the marketplace, if you wish, into the news media, where Time Magazine will have no choice but to say.
So, Kim Clement prophecy about Donald Trump. Donald Trump posted this. He's known about this for a long time. Why did he do it now? Right here, last Trump, as I have said before, Donald Trump is the last Trump. This is the Bible verse, as you can see right there. He knows this. He knows it all along. So I'm looking for something to happen to Donald Trump. Lisa also sent me this also. President Trump is ready to nuke Iran. Yep. Fury, as I talked about in my last video, what it means. We'll see what happens. 13 backwards is also 31. As I have talked about before, all these 13s, 31, 3, as I said. So, now the explanation why the Abraham Lincoln, and I've said it all along. I'm not just getting on the bandwagon now. It could be some other ship, but I've always thought it would be the Abraham Lincoln. Now you know why. I did say this earlier, but maybe it's a refresher for some of you. Some of this stuff I have had before, but Abraham Lincoln was the third president to be mourned in the East Room, and that's exactly where it was at. I noticed this exactly when it happened, and I talked about it as a ritual. Cain was in here. Cain was in here. April 15th. You calculate the date, as I said, it's 3333, or that's 25, that's to be gone, and 3333. This is my video. They always use these numbers. We'll see what happens. God bless. And we'll see what happens. Could be the 13th, could be the 14th, could be the 31st. We'll see. The other aircraft carrier isn't going to be there. Isn't going to be there until around the 20th. God bless. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope to see you praise and worship tonight. I will go over things if things materialize. I will leave it for my 9 o'clock. I won't make another video. But at 9 o'clock, 9 p.m., praise and worship. But if anything comes up, I will have it in the heading of my live, and I will go live at 9 p.m. A lot of stuff going on. God bless.